Hand assembling circuit boards is a great skill to have, but it can be time consuming if you manually apply solder paste. That's where stencils come in handy. You can order stencils from most prototype circuit board fabs, but it's also possible to make your own using a laser cutter. Let's delve into some tips and tricks for cutting DIY stencils that will always give you successful results. Laser printed transparencies are an excellent choice for making stencils. They're acetate sheets that can handle higher temperatures and are about the right thickness. However, if you've tried cutting them directly on your laser, you may have ended up with a melted mess. There are several ways to improve your laser cut stencils and avoid these issues. Thermal management is the key to success when cutting thin plastics. Instead of cutting directly on the laser bed, create a sandwich of materials. Start with a flat piece of cardboard soaked in water as the base layer. Then place a sheet of wet copier paper on the cardboard. Next, place your transparency sheet, followed by another layer of wet copier paper to complete the sandwich. The water-soaked layers help keep your stencil cool during cutting, preventing it from melting. When setting up your laser cutter, use as little air assistance as possible to avoid drying out the paper, but still keep the lens clean. Keep your movement speed low, especially when using a Chinese laser. These machines often have a lot of bounce from the belts and the gantry itself, resulting in less than clean corners and blown out slivers of plastic between fine pitch component pads. Remember, patience and precision are the key here, and the wait is worth it for a high quality stencil. Set the laser power level to cut through the first layer of cardboard, yet low enough to not punch through the bottom. This ensures you have enough power to cut through the transparency cleanly without adding more heat than necessary. If you find this video helpful, it would be great if you could hit the like button and consider subscribing for more electronics engineering content. Once you have your stencil, it's time to align it with your circuit board. I like to use a laser cut acrylic sheet for my stenciling surface, but a chopping board or solid clipboard can work just as well, as long as it's rigid and flat. To secure the board in place, you can 3D print surrounds with a lip matching the height of your masking tape. This lip will prevent the stencil from resting on anything taller than the board surface, ensuring consistent contact and minimizing smearing. By taping the stencil to another piece of plastic riser, you create a hinge that lets you lift the stencil cleanly. For extra stability, temporarily tape the opposite edge of the stencil to the surface with a small tape tab to prevent shifting once you have the perfect placement. With these tips and tricks, you should successfully cut high-quality laser cut stencils for SMT assembly. Not only will this save you lead time, but it also gives you the satisfaction of doing it yourself. Give it a try and let me know how it goes in the comments below. Happy stencil making and have a fantastic week.